So I want to take a look at what's happening in Australia right now, not from a party lens or an ideology lens, but from a leadership and energy lens, because what we're being shown isn't strength, it's fear, and fear always leaves a signature. Let's start with the National Party of Australia. A lot of people are applauding them for stepping away from the shadow ministry, and on the surface it looks very, very principled. They're saying all the right things, doing all the right bits, but realistically, instead of voting no, the vast majority abstained. And in our system, abstaining is effectively a yes. That is not courage, that is self-preservation. The National Party has jumped a sinking ship of the Liberals and the Coalition. They have grabbed the nearest life raft of morality. Now, is it better than nothing? Is it a step in the right direction? Sure. But leadership doesn't hedge its values when the pressure is on. Now let's talk about the circus that is the Liberal Party of Australia, and in particular, Andrew Hastie. Look, first, politicians are humans. Humans make mistakes. Humans misread situations. That's not the issue at all. I don't think anyone has an issue with someone making a mistake. Leadership is never about being perfect. It's about how you respond when you're wrong. A grounded leader owns it, acknowledges the stances of individuals, acknowledges the breach, states what they'll do differently next time so that the people can hold them accountable to that and they can confirm the change through action. But what we've seen instead is childlike behaviour, defensiveness, belittling critics, justification, posturing from a high horse. That is not strength, that is just ego under threat. When you say one thing, you shift without notice, and something that is very, very important to a lot of people, then dismiss those same people you represent for questioning you. That is not leadership, that is called optics management. And look, when politics is framed as war and manoeuvring, what that says to me is very simple. Your values are secondary, your voice is optional, and your life is just part of the game that someone is playing. I understand the instinct. When your career, security and future feel threatened, you choose safety. That's human, right? But public service is meant to cost something. And if protecting your position matters more than representing the people that you're supposed to represent, then maybe politics isn't the right path for you. But across the board, this doesn't really have anything to do with left or right. It's just recognising fear-based leadership. And fear has a strange way of doing this. It recreates the very outcome it's trying to avoid. So you lose trust, you lose authority, you lose legitimacy. Australia doesn't really need louder leaders. It just needs braver ones. And look, I get it. None of us really know what goes on behind those closed doors. I've heard some incredible stories about what Scott Morrison was threatened with during COVID from the powerhouse elites. And even if a smidgen of those are true, then no wonder no one in this country wants to be a politician. No wonder we end up with the people that we end up in charge, because the people that are highly qualified are off making millions in bloody corporate land. So it's all relative. Big love.